So in this second part, we have to see the process. I have already told you about the effective filtration pressure. Now I will ask you a question and I will give you the answer also. Suppose a person met one accident and his blood pressure comes down. Then the point is this, whether that person will be able to survive? No, he will not be able to survive if he has lost a lot of body fluids, that is blood. Second point, why he will not be able to survive? You have marked one thing in the previous class, that I have told you that effective filtration pressure is 10 mmHg. Effective filtration pressure. Effective filtration pressure means one forward and one backward. And after that, if we subtract that forward minus backward pressure, then that is called the effective filtration pressure. Okay, forward pressure is from the capillaries, which is pushing into the Bowman's capsule. Okay, now if the blood pressure comes down, then that forward pressure will decrease. And if it decreases too much, and this forward pressure minus backward pressure, or plus pressure minus pressure, will, if it is zero, then there will be no filtration. And if there is no filtration, then what will happen? The excretory materials will not be given out of the body, so it will be staying inside the body, and the person will die. If more and more excretory material, urea, uric acid, etc., will be accumulated in the body, then the person will die. And this happens in other way. This happens, we use dialysis. When kidney failures takes place, we use the dialysis machine, and through which we uh, clean the blood, or we give out the excretory material as well as iron plus excess water, means osmoregulation. Now let us understand the whole scheme of urine formation. If I just try to understand the whole thing in very simple words, so that you can make understand a class 6 child also. Now, first of all, one effective filtration pressure is working. Because of that, in the Bowman's capsule, certain materials are accumulated. Okay, means in that material, water is there, some useful substances are there, some harmful substances are there. Okay, so when these substances together is known as glomerular filtrate. This is known as glomerular filtrate. What is there in this glomerular filtrate? In very simple word, in very shortest form, if you try to remember, then it is water. Okay, urea, uh, that is the harmful substance, then sodium, potassium, glucose, amino acid, hydrogen ion, etc., etc. I'm not telling a large number of substances. I'm just telling water, most important, you can understand. Then urea, this also you can understand, that is accumulated harmful substances or nitrogenous waste of the body. At least one you remember, harmful substance. And then many useful substances such as glucose, sodium ion, potassium ion. Okay, in this way, the many useful substance, amino acids, glucose, this type of many useful substances are there. Now, this whole glomerular filtrate, that is water plus urea plus glucose plus sodium ion plus potassium ion plus other ions, is equal to A. Okay, now what will happen? Can we give out the whole water, the whole sodium ion, the whole glucose from our body? No, sir. In no case we can give out those useful substances from our body. So what our body will do? Our body will reabsorb. Our body will reabsorb it selectively. Why I am telling selectively? I am telling selectively because harmful substances will not be reabsorbed. Only the useful substances will be reabsorbed. Now, point is this: where it will be reabsorbed? Where it will be reabsorbed?
Sir, distal convectual
Again, I am going to
tubule.
the structure of the nephron. If we divide the structure of the nephron, it will be divided into two parts. One part is the head part. That is, this is known as Malpighian corpuscle, and this part is known as the renal tubule. This Malpighian corpuscle has got two parts. In the last class, I have already explained you and show you. I have shown you in the diagram. This part is having two things. One is glomerulus, that is stuffed of 50 capillaries, and this cup-shaped structure, that is the Bowman's capsule. And then the renal tubule starts. The renal tubule, if we talk about the renal tubule, then you will find from here the renal tubule starts. It is this, the first part, that is the proximal tubule. Then you will find the Henle's loop. This loop is the Henle's loop. And from here you will find the distal convoluted tubule. Okay, so this is the proximal convoluted tubule. This loop, complete loop, is known as Henle's loop, and then the distal convoluted tubule. So again, if I go back, A means A means the total glomerular filtrate. When the blood will be filtered, whatever is accumulated, whatever the filtrate is present in the Bowman's capsule, that is known as the glomerular filtrate, and I am symbolizing it with A. Now, I have told you, in the glomerular filtrate, many useful substances are there. These many useful substances, we cannot eliminate these useful substances from our body. So what will happen? There will be selective reabsorption. Where the selective reabsorption will take place? The selective reabsorption will take place in the renal tubule here. What is this renal tubule? That is the proximal convoluted tubule, the Henle's loop, and the distal tubule. And after this, the collecting tubule is also there. There also, what will happen? The reabsorption of the useful substances will take place. So, if I have symbolized the glomerular filtrate as A, then I am symbolizing the substances which are selectively reabsorbed as B. And then the third part. Third part is what? Is that certain substances are secreted from these tubular cells. What type of substances are secreted? Why they are secreted? Suppose your body has got more acidity. Okay, then what will happen? The tubular cells will secrete the hydrogen ion. The tubular cells secrete some hippuric acid. Many other substances are secreted in that dilute urine which is passing through this the renal tubule, which is passing through this renal tubule. In that, the hydrogen ion will be secreted. Then what we can say, in the urine it is added. So plus C. So urine is equal to A minus B plus C. This is the whole story of urine formation in brief. This much you should always keep in your mind. So this is my the first part, and then again I'm taking up your questions first, and then I will move ahead. Okay.